everybody. I normally do music stuff, but today I'm going to be doing a review. Today we're going to review the Gyro 339 by Gravity. It's a little RC helicopter, and if you're new to RC helicopters, this is the kind I would recommend, because they're really fun and easy to fly, and they don't break all that easily. And I've already had it out and played with it a little bit to, test it out and see how it functions. And this is just so you can see what it looks like in the box. Alright. Alright. Stay. Here we have the transmitter. Pretty basic. A little bit more advanced than like the kind you'd find at Walmart or whatever, but I found this on the internet actually for 40 bucks, and I'll post a link in the description. That way, if you want to buy one, you can get the exact same model I have here. So this is the transmitter. It's a mode 2 transmitter, which is probably what you'd want if you're new to RC stuff. But there's only 2 that are commonly used. Mode 2 is what's used in like United States, Canada, Mexico, places like that. And to get into modes a little bit, Mode 1 is what they use in like Europe, Russia, Australia, places like that. And the stick on the right hand side controls the throttle, and the stick on the left hand side controls which direction it goes. And this is mode 2, which is standard in like America. The left stick controls throttle, and the right stick controls left, right, forward, and back. And one good thing about this is that the trimmer is a dial trimmer instead of like the buttons down here, which makes it a lot easier and a lot faster to get it flying straight instead of spinning one way or the other. And it's a 3.5 channel, and it's got 3 different little, it's got A, B, and C that you can use up here. And another thing I like about it is that the throttle stick, it stays wherever you put it. It's not one of the spring-loaded ones where you have to fight with it to keep the helicopter hovering. And also it has a button up at the upper left for lights, which are on the helicopter, and acceleration if you want like a little speed burst. If you're into like racing games or whatever, that'd be like your NOS. Just. And then back here on the back, it takes 6 AA batteries, which that's pretty standard in RC helicopters, and you want to get the 6 battery instead of like the 3 battery because it charges a hell of a lot faster. And the charge time's right about 30 minutes, and you get right about 7 or 8 minutes of flight time, which is always fun. And to charge it, it's got this little compartment here you slide down, and then it has a little charging wire. And what I like about this one, rather than like most of the cheaper ones, is that it's kind of like the charger on a PSP or a PS2 instead of one that hooks directly into the battery and you have to worry about breaking the prongs off. But whenever you first get it, you don't have to worry about charging it because most RC helicopters these days comes pre-charged for at least one good flight. And that's the transmitter. On the left side of the box, in the bottom, it comes with an instruction manual, which if you're new to flying helicopters, I suggest you read it. That way you can at least get a feel for it. And inside the manual, it has 1 spare tail rotor and then 2 spare section A rotors. See, section A, if you can read that. So you don't have to worry about breaking it because, you get extras. Now onto the helicopter itself. thing I like about it, it's very, very crash resistant. You don't have to worry about breaking it because the frame is entirely metal. These two back pieces here are also made out of metal. Really, the only plastic parts on it is the tail rotor. You have to worry about it too much. If they break, then you get extras.
Right here is the little port to charge it, and over here on this side is the on-off switch. And it's really lightweight for having so much metal put onto it. And I like that because it gets a lot of speed going up and down really fast. And it has two running lights on either side and a spotlight in the front. And turn it on. There's a spotlight, running lights. And it's a really good little helicopter, especially for like a present. If you get it for free, then hell yeah, it's a good one. And anyway, I'm going to try to give you guys a little test flight on it. I don't have very much space in my room, but let's see how it works. That way you can get the feel for how it's going to fly if you do decide to buy one, which I'd really suggest it because RC helicopters are like one of the most fun things you can do for a hobby. Alright. Alright, so there's a little test flight on it. Didn't have a whole lot of room, so I couldn't fly it around how I normally do whenever I'm in the living room or whatever. Another good thing that I like about it is it's got a built-in gyroscope, so you don't have to constantly adjust the trim. It's pretty much spot on whenever it comes to turning left and turning right. You don't have to fight with it too much. And if you're hovering it and it's going one way really slowly, all you have to do is adjust the trim in the opposite direction that it's spinning, and it'll level it out pretty easily. Which, that's really, really, really awesome, because my first one that I got like 5 years ago, it was like a little cheap plastic one from Walmart, and how you adjusted the trim on that one is that you had to twist the back end and just hope that it stayed, which really fucking sucked. But anyway, that is my review for the Gravity Gyro 339 RC helicopter, and I hope you guys decide to get one because they're really fun to play with.